What's up with it, everybody? I want to welcome you to Lowriding with Lloyd. Want to give a shout out to my sponsors here, Chemical Guys. If you guys don't know about it, check out their detailing equipment, soaps, whatever. Get at them. They're also on IG, Chemical Guys. Also, shout out to Selly for West Coast Gallery. Throwing me a little love, gave me the new ashtray and Pablo Escobar rolling tray. Let y'all get a little peep of that. Anyhow, what's up with it, everyone? We're here on episode 5. I brought my boy, custom shoemaker and designer, Renot Productions.
There you go.
Did I say it right?
Thanks for having me, Lo.
I got it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Renot Prodx.
Renot Prodx. There you go.
Yeah.
So he made me these custom shoes. Everybody saw them and hit me up about them. I got a lot of questions, and people were asking me who made them. This is them, and I've worn them one time. I like to keep my shoes new. I always stuff them so the toe stays fat. Nothing worse than some creases. But he made them for me. Let you tell him.
Yeah, so, I mean, want me to explain a little bit about like kind of how I did it?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you don't have to give up all the secrets and things like
I mean,
that. But
I don't mind, man. I'm trying to get more, like the community of shoe customized. I'm not, hogging the info, man.
Right. I always wondered.
Yeah, and everybody wants to ask me like how I do it, what I use. I don't mind, Like I had to ask other people, and they were showing me love, so. I don't mind returning that favor.
So if somebody DMs you, you give them the sauce.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
I'll shoot you the links. It costs money to invest in this, man. It looks easy, but you got to kind of go 100% if you're gonna go through with it. But yeah, man. So I mean, when my boy James, I'm telling you, he hit you up, he's like, hey, bro, Lloyd, we're gonna, we can make him some shoes, and he would definitely enjoy them.
Fuck, I love
and I kind of started following you, watching your page, and I was like, man, I heard of this dude, but I never really like kind of kept on with you before,
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I can see this guy loves the Paisleys, and I kind of started like researching Paisley shoe custom and see what I kind of get an idea. And it was pretty difficult, man. I couldn't find any like legit good ones, and not to knock anybody, but I was just like, man.
You got down on them. I love them.
Yeah, and I actually had to create the own pattern myself because I couldn't find anything where it's like kind of already pre-made, or usually like people use like stencils. Check that out. So I actually used a real bandana to I kind of snapped a pic, did some, using Adobe and stuff like that, and kind of redid the bandana. And
I mean, freestyle it, or you lay it out with like a.
So this one I use a stencil. So like I said, I created the stencil like from scratch. But yeah, man, I mean, it took a good amount of time. I do a lot of like sanding, so I prepped just prepping and the tape. It looks like it's the boring stuff, but I mean, it's the critical things that makes like the paint hold up,
Right. So what were these when they started?
So these were, I don't know, the Forrest Gumps, where it has the red swoosh and then that blue bottom, of course.
Right.
And it was just a simple one. So I went ahead and removed the check on it and then kind of just did the design over it.
I like how you left the one check off and gave it that full viewing of the blue bandana. That looks sick.
Yeah, that's something, I don't know why I keep doing that. Like I tend to kind of do like the same shoe, but like different images or designs on each side. Just, I don't know. I just like say if they're looking at you from this way, you get a different vantage point,
Right.
Than this side. So, I mean, I thought they were pretty dope.
I love them.
It's one of my favorites that I've done, man, actually.
When you gave these to me, I have that 1964 Impala Nip Hustle that I call it Hustle 6'4". It was Nipsey Hussle's last car he used in that Hire video.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it when I bought it, and when I paid the final payment, Compton Brick was like, yo, you got another famous car. But anyways, I love these so much that I was going to, I remember when I told you I'm not going to bust these out until I break the car out brand new.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I wore them once. If you actually
That's
look,
what's
you can
up,
see.
Man. I wanted to see him on feet. I was like, man, I can't wait till he rocks them, man.
Me too. I couldn't wait myself.
There's something just looking at him, when I had him, I was like, okay, I'm looking, but I just want to see, I like to see him on other people's feet, and kind of like them sharing it,
It's funny because when you go to, I've been wearing Cortezes. I was born in 73. They came out around that time. It was actually 1972, but it started hitting public and became the Nike running shoe.
Yeah.
And I've always had them, those and Vans, and I was looking everywhere, and I always look for like just something different that I mean, if I find even the girl size in my size, I'll buy them up just because I like all the different shoes. I've always wanted to get a deal with Nike Cortez so I could have my own custom shoe because I have so many good ideas.
Right.
I feel like that shoe slept on.
Yeah, I mean, this is a comfortable shoe. I love this shoe, man. It's like, I think it has that image, like a lot of people don't wear it because they have like that, if you rock this, you're like a G, you just get that vibe. So I think most people kind of like not wear it as much at least.
It's funny because I've come through the history. First, I wore it as the Nike running shoe because it was the nicer shoe. There was like Stride Right and Pony and just crap brands. And then my family got me Nikes, and then I wore them. I kept wearing them, and then they became like a gang shoe. And I've never stopped. I mean, I've always worn them. They're just comfortable. It doesn't matter to me if I was ever approached about them. I just tell them straight like it is. Like this, they came out when I was born. Like they've progressed to your gang shoe, but to me, it's just Nikes. Exactly. You know what I mean? But you know, you did those for me in blue bandana. I'm not like a gang member or anything. Back in the day, I used to run with the Southeast Hoover Crips out of Houston, and I'm 48. To me, I mean, didn't make a lot of sense. Everybody that I grew up with is either dead or in prison. There's actually a couple of them that are out here that come to California out here, but it's just because I'm still gonna wear blue. It doesn't matter. I've always worn it. It's my favorite color. It was been my favorite color long before it became my color. Yeah. So I just stick with it because it's not like I'm just gonna do me some green bandana shoes or anything like that. But these when you gave me these, I just had them in mind. I want to wear these specifically when I'm driving the 64 because it's gonna match.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's dope. No, actually, like once I finished them and I posted them, man, you see a bunch of G's hitting me up like, yo, I need those, I need those. And, it's kind of like, they're one of a kind, bro. I can't just remake them, for everyone. I can do a different style, but, I can't just do a replica of that. It's like, right. We'll keep it for Long Beach Lloyd,
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But I will, as Lloyd, I'll say, don't do it for anyone. I like having my own shoe.
Exactly.
But the hustler in me tells you, get that money, make a bunch of those motherfuckers, sell them to everybody, baby, women and men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we can start some, man.
Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, this is something really cool. Like I told you, I also. I got these. I call these my Bruce Lees. I wear these a lot when I like to match my stuff. It's just how it is with me. There's nothing behind it other than me just trying to match my shit up, you know?
Yeah.
But I call these the Bruce Lees, and this was actually a woman's shoe. Had the triple check, double check with the patent or with the sportswear in the back.
Is that embroidered in the back
right there? Nah, this is. This is embroidered in the back. But I'm always looking for something different.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Telling you right now, if they would come out with a better variety, this would be one of the busiest shoes again.
Yeah, but I think it loses its like classicness. When you just start doing a bunch of just colorways, it kind of just loses its. I don't know. That's just maybe my opinion.
I guess
personal
that
opinion.
is true, but shit, I like them. I like them to have them to match everything, so I want all of them.
Well, I can customize it, bro, and make them match whatever outfit.
This is actually the shoes that you made for me. This is the first pair of custom shoes that I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Never had anyone make them for me. So I saw that after you made these shoes, you started going back and you took shoes apart and made your own actual shoe. You're making your own brand of shoe.
Yeah. So I mean, like I enjoy painting. Painting the shoes, but. Like not just painting, like whatever I do, I'm always looking like what's next, it's like, all right, I learned how to do this. What else can I learn? just to kind of expand my horizons and just like learn different things. Right. So, I mean, back then I would always kind of look at the shoe surge. I don't know if you ever heard of him. It's Dom Chambroni.
I don't think I've ever seen.
So this guy does like custom shoes for like, celebrities and like LeBron and, Justin Bieber, Drake and all this. So he has this class where they, I think it's like about $4,000 or $5,000, and it's like a 4-day class. You go and he shows you how to deconstruct and construct.
How much is the class?
Like $4,000 or $5,000. I think it's going up because it's getting real popular right now.
I never even knew anything about custom shoes really. I'd started to see a couple Cortez. Like I saw somebody make some. I think it was Mr. Cartoons.
Okay.
He made some, and then I was like, oh man, I got to get those. And then that was the first custom shoes that I ever really like stumbled upon.
Okay.
And then since you've made me those shoes, I don't know if it's like the algorithms or what it is, but I'm getting a lot of shoe followers and started checking out different people's stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
I seen some other guy that did you some other. I think they were Paisley also, right?
Yeah, he did. They did some palm trees and stuff like that. A buddy in my club, he had those made for me.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give
those were dope too.
Someone else he knew. Yeah, I have those. I actually wore those because I told him I was saving these for the car.
Yeah.
And then I went to Houston, so I wore those. And the white strings, for some reason, I don't ever like white because it just gets so dirty so fast.
Yeah.
So I found some blue bandana shoestrings.
Oh,
so I'm just saving to bust them back out till I get them.
Nice. I want to see how that looks.
They look sick. I mean, they're going to really set the shoe off.
No, yeah. But yeah, man, once I started kind of learning in that, I was like, man, I don't have that money to, spend, $4,000 or $5,000 on this and then come back and not be able to keep doing it, because you don't have the equipment, you don't have tools and just the resources in reality.
What was it like tearing down your first nice shoe? I bet that was crazy.
Not really, bro. I'm like, I love shoes,
Yeah.
but it's like growing up, I never kind of had the money to like buy, you know, the flyest shoes. I was cool with Vans and Chucks and, you know, skate shoes, Cortez, you know, it was more like I guess it was cheaper, you know. And I mean, I never like the Air Jordans, man. Just maybe like about a year ago, I bought my first Air Jordan 1 just because I was like, okay, you know, I could get at the level where I can spend the money and buy, you know, $400 shoes and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it just came from that. Like, I started painting shoes, kind of started, you should see, I wish I could show you a picture of the first ones I did, man. They were just like beaters, man. I was like, I don't care what happens to them. I'm going to scrap them anyways, you know?
Right.
And then it's crazy because I did my like first, second, third pair, and then I was like, you know, I'm okay, you know, whatever. I thought I was dope, but, you know, that's just my eyes seeing what I did, you know? But people started saying like, hey, man, who did those, you know? Can you make me mine, you know? And it just
always shoot people your way.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But yeah, man, like I seen that class, and actually because of the COVID, he actually started doing a month, like an online one.
Oh, nice.
So, and I think it was like $800-$900. But then you have to buy, you know, you got to invest in buying a sewing machine and just materials.
Did you take the class?
Yeah, I took the class.
Okay,
it's a month class. They kind of
Right.
give you classes like every week. Kind of like, oh, you know, deconstruct the shoe week 1, and then next one, okay, you start cutting out your pieces or whatever.
Right.
So I went through the whole class. I finished my first shoe at the end of the month, and then from there on, man, I just kept going, man. I'm already on my 5th shoe. This is like a month and a half ago.
Wow, wow, that's crazy. You're doing really good. You made these here, huh?
Well, I did these right. The ones I don't know if I could put them on.
Yeah,
camera,
you can. Go ahead.
I did these right here,
Oh, those
full
are
constructed.
sick. I like the suede too.
Yeah.
It's always dope rocking your own shit. Everyone's like, why do you wear yourself on your shirt? I'm like, why would I wear another man? I'm gonna wear it myself, promote myself. I'm gonna be my biggest fan.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the way it's got to be. So when I started getting into shoes and Jordan came out, I wanted a pair, and it was, man, dude, they were the most expensive pair. They were $120. Yeah. And I finally got one pair, and I cherished those things, washed them every single day, took care of them like they were like a lowrider. I swear to you. But it was the only pair my parents ever bought, and they would always talk about like, don't tear up those shoes, don't tear up those shoes. But I mean,
take care of those shoes.
You got to, and that was the only pair.
I mean, I'm old school, man. I used to rock like, you know, I got older sisters, and you know, so that's kind of how I grew. I kind of like older music, like OG stuff. You know, like I like the new stuff, but I always fall back on the OG stuff.
Me too.
But I was on the K-Swiss, and I used to like clean them up and repaint them just to make them, you know, clean again and white, supposedly me.
Did you ever see those capas?
The Kappas
or whatever they are, the 2 strings. I remember when those
that was very popular with soccer shoes. I played soccer for a long time, and those were very popular. The Kappa.
British Knights.
Yeah.
There's some other good ones.
Yeah,
Adidas is still out there pretty strong. The Yeezy shoe, I hate to say it, that looks like garbage.
Yeah, I got one pair just to, you know, kind of just check it off, you know.
Yeah, no, I never bought a pair of those. I always see people selling them, but yeah, I just stick with Cortez and Vans.
I mean, they're nicely made. It's a quality shoe. Like, they're comfortable, but I don't know, they're not 100 for me, man.
You fuck with the Air Max?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. But it's just so hard to get these, man. Like some quality dope ones, man.
I'll tell you what, I went in the other day and I looked at oh, look, I'm over there. Your cameraman, I think he has Yeezys on.
There you go.
My bad, G. I hate those shoes. Oh, my bad. But, yeah, the other day I went to look and I saw some Air Max. I'm like, you know what, man? I think I'm going to check a pair of those out. And I started looking at them. They're expensive.
Yeah,
dude,
that's what I'm saying.
When I went to prison, the most expensive shoe was the Jordan 120. When I first came out, I just started seeing the prices. I'm like, how is their shoes more expensive than a Jordan? I don't understand it. But, yeah, I didn't buy them. I tried to find some Cortez. Actually, it was when I was back home visiting my mom in Houston. I went to all the little stores just to see if there was maybe like some release, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't popular out there. Maybe I'd score something, but no, nothing at all. I couldn't find one pair of any
Not even
color.
online, man. It's so hard to get stuff online, man. Just, you know, like people are just on it, man.
Yeah, it is. And you get in those stupid little lines that I never, dude, every time. They must have to be some trick to it that I don't know. My buddy Phil's like Mr. Shoe Man. I got to have him on here one time. Yeah, I didn't introduce you. You guys probably hit it off.
For sure.
But every time I get in, I go to check out. And then it says that they're gone. I've never,
like within minutes, bro. Like you have to be like on it and never refresh your page and just try to, you know, hit buy right away.
And what pisses me off is I'm no shoe master, so this has happened to me a few times. It happened with the house shoes, the Kendrick Lamar's, and then it happened to me with these new Dodger ones. So I missed out on the sale. I went on StockX and bought them for double, and they fucking re-released them, bro.
That's what. Hey, this is a problem out here, man.
Why? How could you do that? It sucks for the people that bought them the first time, because I was willing to pay triple because I love the Dodgers. I wanted the Dodgers shoes, and I think I paid like close to triple for a set that I bought for my tattoo artist because he wanted a set.
Yeah.
They re-released them. I could have got them for whatever the original price. Oh, dude,
was those the white ones or the blue ones? Because they had those blue ones, right? Like all blue.
Oh, I got those. I wore those out. The blue with the Los Angeles on the hill. I got those. I love those because they were blue. And then
those are nice.
I got the new white ones with the Dodgers down the side. You seen those?
Yeah, I think it's embroidered also, right, on the inside. Yeah,
they're white though, so I don't know. I don't want to bust them out. I swear to you, man, I have the worst luck with shoes. You ever seen where Smokey drags his shoes on Friday?
Yeah,
that's me all the time. Or I get some fucking idea like I can ride somebody's skateboard and scrape the side of my shit, which I could still skate a little bit.
Nah, see, like me, I don't care if if it's a $300 shoe. Like I'll skate it. I like to wear my shoes. Like I'm not the ones that just kind of put them away and just like I'll wear them. Man. If I want to wear them, I'll wear them. If I want to keep them there for a couple months, then
I should have brought out my special ones. I have an LBC set like that up there, signed by Snoop Dogg. Nice. I have like a Louisiana looking pair signed by Boozy. I got some Compton ones signed by MC8. And then I got some other ones signed by the Outlaws, EDMI, and Young Noble.
Nice.
Dope. Yeah,
nice collection, bro.
Yeah, for sure. One day I'll get that. As a matter of fact, do you know where to get those glass boxes for shoes?
Amazon, bro.
Yeah.
Everything on Amazon.
Okay, I want.
Yeah, I've seen them on there because I've looked for some for like my customs to kind of create like the whole experience with the box and everything. And I've seen them there. I mean, a lot of like shoe collectors, that's what they use, those plastic ones for like storage.
Yeah.
That way they don't have all this cardboard, all over their house or whatever.
There was a shop in Vegas that I went to, and they had a bunch of shoes. They had a pair of Jordans. I think they were like Dior Jordans. They wanted like 15 or 20,000 for them.
Yeah, man.
Why so much? What was up with those shoes?
Dior, man. You just slap the Dior on it, and it just value just goes up. And then you got these celebrities wearing it,
Yeah,
it skyrockets, man.
Blast it up. So, what's your plans for the future with the shoes? Where's the? Oh, here we got back the giraffes.
Yeah. So the plan. To be honest, the shoe thing, I don't know how long it's gonna go. I'm just kind of like riding with it, going with it. Like my whole goal was, like since I was 15, to create like a brand, right? Since I was like 15. So, now that I'm in a better position, I was able to do that, and kind of that's what developed me from doing sneakers, because I always want to do a brand, and you kind of start doing it and you're like, oh shit, there's a lot of freaking competition out here, like everybody's doing, especially nowadays with the whole, Corona stuff. I think it brought the hustle in a lot of people,
It did.
Which is dope,
bring it
man.
out of you. You don't have it in you. You had to get creative. So what lessons have you learned pursuing your dream?
Just like I said, the time thing, man, like appreciate time a lot, a lot more. And it kind of basically has made me realize how hard it really is to kind of get out there, and really pursue your dream. To me, it looked easy, you just, start my brand. People are all going to buy it. And then you start doing it. Like nobody's buying your shit. You're like, fuck, okay. So that kind of what led me, like, what can I do different to stand out than these brands, So I was like, I'm gonna start painting shoes, man. Like I love art. I always grew up drawing and painting. I was never like the greatest artist.
Right.
But like people even tell me like, hey, I didn't know you can draw. I was like, me neither, dude. But with the right tools, you can make shit happen, man. Like, it's all it is, man. You use the right techniques and tools, you can do anything.
Yeah, go to art class. They'll teach you how to draw.
I mean, are you willing to go and invest that time? Like I took sewing class. I paid, money, took my time to go learn how to sew, So it's like, are you willing to do those steps to kind of, basically move forward, and I was definitely able to. So, I mean, it's been working out, man. I'm not going to say, my thing is booming or anything like that, but I mean, that's the goal,
I feel you on that. It's the same way for me. People are like, oh, the clout chaser with the Tupac car, bro. That car was just plain Jane when I got it. No one else could verify it. I got lucky and found the papers and did. I just got lucky. I mean, it's the one thing that I have that no one else has. And I made it what it is. Okay, let me rephrase that. I didn't make it what it is. I made it what it is today.
Yeah.
I took that car and made it a lowrider, made it how I wanted to, just because that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. I still respected the car, kept the paint in the interior, but everything else pretty much I made my way. Yeah. It's not cloud chasing, dude. I'm just having fun with my car, but it's not, besides the fact it is the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, if it hurt, I don't know why it hurts people's feelings. They're like, oh, I've never in my life said Pac owned the car. It's the Tupac Live and Die in LA car. That's it.
I mean, That's facts, right?
Yeah, it happened to be one of the last ones he used before he died. I mean, that's all I've ever said about it. I've never said he owned it. People are like, people are idiots, bro. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
I mean,
and
it's
people
the internet, man.
that you think would support you, which is the funny thing. You start doing something, the closest ones that you think would support you don't. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, I think it's just the way human, like how we are, man. I don't take it to heart. I'm like, eventually you'll catch on, and that's fine. I'll still accept you, like, come on, I need it all, man.
Yeah, you got to be the good one.
But you're right, man. Like, the strangers are the ones that like start supporting you the most. Like, hey, man, how's it going? Every morning, especially like at work, and it's dope, man. Like that little, just ask me how my thing's going. It pushes me a little more. Like, okay, you actually noticing.
I feel that too. Yeah, I feel that love. It's always somebody you don't know, and that turns out to be someone that's message you the most. Hey, what's up, man? I love what you're doing. That's cool. Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
But your friends never even comment on it. Isn't that the funny thing?
It's all right, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But it shows you people's side. I'm always cheering for everybody. I don't even care if I know you or not. I want you to win. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to do well. And it's actually really easy to do well if you just put your mind to it and stick with it.
Yeah,
consistency.
Exactly. I mean, it's up and down. You got your days where you're like, man, this shit ain't working. You've been thinking, you wake up the next day with a different mentality. Like, hey, man, just keep going at it.
For sure. Not every day is a smile.
But then, eventually things just start aligning, man, and you just keep your head forward. Just don't worry about what everybody's saying.
Cheers to that. That's true, man. I like that. It's good.
Just grind, man. Just like kind of like the horse. Just keep your forward, man. Don't look at all the negative. Look at all the positive that you've accomplished.
Skip right over it. That's true. I mean, it's not even worth noticing. Just look through it and keep on going. I believe that 100%.
Wasting your time, listening to the negative. I like to listen. I mean, you'll accept criticism, of course. I'm like, when I show people my shoes, like, tell me what you really feel,
Right.
like, what can I do better, So that's kind of how I am, how I approach things. I'm a little like, I would say like not slow, but just sometimes I feel like I'm going too slow with my brand and stuff like that. But I just kind of trying to manage, work life, family life, and then trying to push my dream,
Yeah.
So that's been pretty hard for me, but I'm enjoying it, man. Like, even doing shoes, like, it's like therapy to me. I'm just like chilling, man, in the zone. I don't know if you've seen like my videos. I'm always just on my own, just
same with my cars. Same with my cars.
Kind of like just blocks out the outside noise,
Absolutely.
It's pretty dope.
So who or what is your biggest motivation?
My dad, for sure.
Dad?
And it's not like my dad's the greatest person, but like, I think he's the reason why I'm out, because I try so many different things, man. Like, I've tried brewing. I did like two batches of brewing before, just because like I said, that's why I tell you, if I get into Lowriding, I try to get 100% in it. Trying to invest my time and money, of course, in it. So that's like, nah, that's too big for me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my dad, man, like, he's always been like a hustler. He's worked his whole life, and he's always out there building stuff like all the time. And it's just
stuff he build.
Like he works, so he worked for a lumber company, so construction, things like that.
Oh,
so he always, cool. I mean, I used to have a wooden basketball court when I was growing up, bro.
Hey, nice,
and it was dope, like all the kids would come and play. I mean, I never seen it as loud. It's a wooden court. I was like, hell yeah, it's a freaking basketball court.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's super
so
cool.
So just things like that, man. I think I didn't know that's the reason why I'm like that. But now that I'm older and I see it, it's like, damn, I think that's where I get it from. I'm always like looking to do something new and just try new things,
Absolutely.
So I would definitely, my dad, man. My dad. He's the shit.
So you want to tell everybody your social media so everybody could reach out to you?
Yeah, so my social media is Renot Prodx, and it's RenotProdx. And for the people that ask, like, what does it stand for? The whole thing about it is, like, I didn't want it to stand for nothing. I want to make it stand something, like, I see, like, I no knock on, brands or anything like that, but like, they have like something that's already kind of like basically tells you what it is already. Kind of like, like, I don't even want to put no brand out there, but I'm just saying, like, it's a word or a phrase that already kind of means something, but what I wanted to do is something like me make it mean something, because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to stick with the shoes. I might jump into cars, or, it's just, I'm leaving my lanes open. That's kind of like the whole thing about products. It's any products that I want to eventually do. I want to, like, how you have your lighters and stuff like that. Like, I want to have a variety of things, not just stick to shoes and things like that. So
you brought some hats.
Yeah, I got some hats. Got the
you got your
RP on it, and
nice.
I got the 310. We're from Wilmington, so we rep the 310 hard and
For
shit.
Sure. I got a good buddy from over there named Ivan.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so these are some of our snapbacks that we got, and then we got beanies. We got hoodies. I mean, I know it's summer coming up. Nobody wants to fuck with the hoodies too much right now, but I mean, it still gets cold at night.
In
you know?
the evening, for sure, I always keep a hoodie on me.
Yeah,
That's rule in
yeah.
California. Keep a hoodie on you. I like the Lakers colors, matching the
For sure.
matching the 6-1.
Yeah, but also
nice.
we got our website. It's renotprodx.shop.
Okay.
And you know, if you guys could give us some patience, you know, it's kind of hard working on like keeping it updated and things like that. But you know, with if we get continued support, maybe you know we'll get that rolling 100%. And
Absolutely, y'all hit him up. Get on there.
Sure.
Get you some shoes. So, what advice would you give somebody that's doing something and doubting themselves?
I mean, you're already lost if you're doubting yourself. Like, you know, if you're already attacking any situation, doubting yourself, you're already lost, you know.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like with that, what was it, Kobe with the shots, you know, if you don't take that shot, you already lost, you know.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So, I mean, just do it, man. Honestly, try it. You're never going to know if it works or not if you don't try it, you know. It's like success is not just, oh, you just winning, you know. It's a bunch of up and down, and if you're ready to go when you're down, then you know that's you're gonna keep doing it, man. Just invest in yourself, you know, like take training, whatever you want to do, man. Like put some money to the side. Like most people waste money on other, you know, not positive things that doesn't help what you really want to do.
Agreed.
But then they're not willing to spend that money on something they really enjoy, you know.
Yeah,
it's
investing
like,
in yourself is the smartest investment. No one can take that from you.
Exactly.
That's one thing no one can take.
Exactly.
How old are you?
I'm 33. So
Getting there, smart. Yeah, good advice you're giving out. That's for sure.
yeah, man. So I mean, I kind of just the advice I give is just keep doing it. Just do it. Ask, man. Ask. Honestly, like no, you know, like how they said, no closed mouth don't get fed. You know, it's like if you don't ask, sometimes it's just that question that you didn't put out that could put you, you know, over that hump that you needed. You know, it's like when I took the class for the shoe surgeon, man. Like the dopest thing of the whole thing was not that I learned the shoes, or you know, I mean that was dope, but more is like the community. Like there was other guys that are doing the same thing, like networking. And they started like, hey, man, where can you get this? Or where do you buy this? Or how do you do this here? And we just helped each other out, you know? And I thought it was dope, man. I was like, oh, shit, I'm part of this community now. Like, I actually have people I can reach out to.
Okay, so we're going to be closing up here, episode 5. I'm going to throw 5 words at you. Just tell me the first thing that hits on the top of your head. So the first one's going to be brand.
Brand? Renot Prodx, man.
Oh, man.
Long Beach Lloyd, too, you know?
Good. Thanks for the shout-out.
For sure.
Culture.
You know, the Mexican heritage, bro. You know, my background, and you know, never forget that. And you know, I'm very proud of it. You know.
Yeah, you should be, as you should be. Yeah. Life
Lessons, bro. I mean, every day is a lesson. I mean, if you don't learn from your, you know, mistakes, and you're basically gonna go downhill. You know.
It's true about that.
You know? So yeah, lessons, bro. Learn from them.
Family.
I mean, family. That's what it is. You know what? That's what everything's about, bro. You know, just family is the whole purpose of what you want to grind for, wake up for. You know, I got a 14. Well, he's gonna be 14 next month. Son, I got a son.
You started early.
Yeah, I was 19, bro.
Yeah, started early.
But yeah, man. I mean, the whole purpose of me, you know, trying to get my business going and you know have something to basically pass down for him. That's, you know, he's the reason why, basically.
Yeah, family's everything. That's why I do what I do. Everything. I just want to set them up. I don't even care if I get to enjoy it, as long as I can set them up so they can enjoy it. I grew up not having a lot, so I always wanted it when I would see people. You know, I was, damn, why couldn't that have been me? You know.
Yeah.
So I want to create that so I can just give everything to my. I mean, I want them to be good people, but I want to give them everything that I can possibly give to them.
Yeah, it's kind of like what you said right now. It's like you know, it's like I didn't have much growing up. Like, well, at least I didn't have everything growing up, but I never felt like I needed anything. You know, it's weird. Like,
hey,
you know, the way I look at my pops, you know, like how hard he worked. I used to trip out. Like, damn, how does this? You know, it's 6 of us in my family. So like, how does this dude, you know, came from Mexico, just can do it? You know, it's like gives you no reason to quit for anything. You know, it's like, shoot, you know the language, you got introduced to the education system here. I mean, you know, you're already ahead, you know?
Yeah.
So,
my mom was my winner. So the last word for you will be hustle.
Hustle. I mean, hustle is just hustle, man. I mean, these words basically telling you exactly what it is about, you know? I mean, those 5 words are pretty pretty good words that you want to keep in mind at your own, you know, in your head all the time, back of
Keep
your
those
head.
moving, yeah.
And, you know, it's been tough, man, with the business. You know, it's like I don't know shit about business, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm learning as I go. Life lessons, you know, kind of. Oh, that didn't work. All right, let's try this now.
That's how you do it. You just
you
stay
know.
consistent, keep doing what
And then
you
I want
do.
to shout out my boy, man, like Jose and James. You know, these guys been helping me out. You know, like I
Yeah,
started,
you showed up with the crew when you brought shoes.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Like these guys been helping me out with like the photography, and you know, and then my boy James, he always like, you know, he's a word of mouth guy, so he likes to, you know, get me customers and stuff like that. But they've been helping out, you know, and it gets tough, man. You can't do everything, you know. I only have 2 hands and only some certain amount of time, so I can only paint shoes and do this and that. So these guys been helping me out a lot. And,
yeah. I got Nigel and
shout
Fish. We all got our team. You know what I mean?
for sure. Even like people hit me up like, man, bro, I need a team like you. I was like, yeah, no, man. You know, I'm lucky that these guys were, you know, are down, and you know they're
I wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for these guys. I wouldn't have done the shirts. Everyone always asks me for shirts. Dude, I'm so busy doing so much stuff that I'm like, I don't have time for it. But they've pushed me to do stuff, and stuff has just been selling like crazy, and everything's just been coming into place. So
and it's all organically, you know.
Yeah, that's how I want it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to force anything. I always want to just be me. That's why I answer every DM. I get so many, and people are like, dude, I'm surprised you answer. I'm like, I mean, why wouldn't I answer you? You know what I mean?
You took the time to message me. It's
For
like,
sure.
let me return that. Yeah.
As long as I can. Sometimes it gets out of hand.
I bet, man. Because even I get lost. People are like, oh, shoot, I forgot who this was. You know, it's kind of like hard to keep track. And, you know, like sometimes I have like long conversations with some of the people, and it's kind of like, shoot. Then you have another conversation like, oh, shoot, it wasn't him. You know, kind of things like that.
Someone asked me for a car part. I'm like, damn, who wanted that hood hinge or whatever?
You got to go through all your DMs.
All right, everybody. We're wrapping up episode 5. Follow me, like, subscribe on YouTube. We'll see you guys. Episode 6 coming up. Another day, another Impala. We'll see you soon.